Good morning, friends. Standard 11. Today we will see chapter number 4, that is Animal Kingdom. Now, in this chapter we will see first of all the basic of classification. So, animals are there and they are classified on the basis of the difference in the structure, arrangement of cell, body symmetry, nature of colon, pattern of digestive system, pattern of circulatory system, or pattern of reproductive system. So these all are the basic things on which the animals are going to be classified. Next, there is a level of organization. So what kind of level they are possessing? So generally animals are multicellular, right? All animals are multicellular. They all do not have same pattern of organization of the cells, right? All animals possess cell, but they do not have the same pattern of organization. એટલે કે એક રીતે જોડેલા એક સરખા જોડેલા હોતા નથી, same pattern નથી. Okay, so in sponge the cells are loosely arranged, so they are called as cellular level of organization. So in some kind of the animals like sponge, if you see the cells are loosely arranged, there is a gap between the cell, one or two cells, so the cells are loosely arranged, and such kind of arrangement is called cellular level of organization. Next, that is Collian traits. Collian traits. So in Collian traits there is a complex arrangement of cells, so cells performing same functions are grouped together to form a tissue, so it is called tissue level of organization. So next organization is tissue level of organization. So what will happen in tissue level of organization? In tissue level of organization, some of the cells which are performing specific similar function, જે એક જ કાર્ય કરે છે એવા cells, right? Those cells are grouped together and they will form a tissue. That's why this level is called as tissue level of organization. Then in higher plant or higher animals, as we go up classification wise, in higher level of organization there is a organ level of organization. So organ level of organization means what? So tissue, we all know that cell combine together form a tissue, tissue combines together form a organ, and organ combine together form a organ system. So here organ level of organization is there. So Platyhelminthes is there, and other higher phyla are grouped together in this organ level of organization. Such level cells organ level organization. So here the organs are there forming the organs, they will form their function. Animals like annelid, arthropods, mollusca, echinoderms and chordates organ have to associate it to form functional system, and each system is concerned with specific physiological function. This pattern is called organ system of level organization. So each and every organ has to perform a specific function, like our heart. So heart is one organ which has to perform the function of pumping the blood. Then circulatory system, so it's a system that which has to perform the rotation of the blood, right? So this all the different organ have different work, right? So such kind of pattern is known as organ system level of organization. Understand? Now in different animal the system is different, right? In different animal there are different system. All animal do not possess the same system. So first of all there will be, if we see the digestive system, so some animal have complete digestive system, some animal have incomplete digestive system. Incomplete digestive system means what? So in that there will be a single opening to the outside of the body called body, and that is Platyhelminthes, right? Single opening to outside of the body means they have only one opening through which the material which is from extra or undigested, that is going to remove from their body. Second one, that is complete digestive system, that is two opening mouth, right? Two opening, it has two opening, one is mouth and one is anus. So from mouth it will take inside the food, and from anus it will excrete the digestive or the undigested food, or we can call it as waste. Another one, that is circulatory system. If you see that is of two type, open and closed type circulatory system. In open circulatory system, what is that? So whatever the blood is going to become or pumped out from the heart, that blood is directly spent into the whole body. That means the cell and the tissue are deep inside that blood. They do not possess artery, vein and capillaries. Understand? Open ની અંદર artery, vein, capillaries આવશે નહીં. Whereas in closed type of circulatory system, the blood is pumped from the heart and goes to the different part of the body through artery, vein as well as capillary. So there is a specific channel is there. Through pipes are there, channels are there, through which the blood is going to be transported to the different part of the body. Right? So this is the difference between open and closed type of circulatory system. Now, symmetry. Symmetry means what? That means how, if you divide the animal into two parts, then how it is going to be divided in a one plane. Is it equally divided or it is not equally divided? That you can see. Asymmetric means spongy. So suppose a spongy is there, then it is centrally not divided into two equal halves, right? If we take a sponge, we will take a middle portion. We will take a cut, then it is not going to divide it into two equal parts. Second one, that is radial symmetry. So what we call radial symmetry? So it divides the body cavity into two equal halves. That is called radial symmetry. That is coelenterata, centrophores, echinoderms. And bilateral symmetry. So bilateral symmetry means what? It is in this, the body is divided into two identical left and right part. Two identical left and right part, and that is called bilateral symmetry. That is annelids and arthropods. Next, that is diploblastic and triploblastic. So diploblastic animal. So animal in which the cells are arranged into two embryonic layers, that is external and internal. External is called as ectoderm and internal, that is called as endoderm. Understand here, it is very easy. Diploblastic animal which cells are arranged into two embryonic layers, that is external, that is ectoderm, and internal, that is endoderm, are called as diploblastic animal. Examples are coelentrates. In these two layers, external and internal layer, there is one mesolgia. There is one mesolgia which is undefined layer. With that layer is not going to be defined. Undefined layer is there, and it is present in this diploblastic animal. Right? Then third comes, that is a triploblastic. So what is the triploblastic? So animal in which the developing embryo has third germinal layer, that is called mesoderm. That is called the mesoderm. In between the ectoderm and endoderm. Ectoderm and endoderm ની વચ્ચે જે mesoderm possess કરતા હશે તેવા animal ને આપણે triploblastic કહીશું, and that examples are Plathelminthes to the chordates. So for all Plathelminthes to chordates, they all animals are triploblastic in nature. Now coleom. Coleom means what? So presence or absence of a cavity between the body wall and gut wall is very important. To identify the coleom, the presence of cavity in one kind of space, that is very important between the body wall as well as the gut wall. Those in this coleom, it is divided into three parts, that is coleomate, pseudocoleomate and acoleomate. Coleomate, pseudocoleomate and acoleomate. Okay, what is coleomate? So a body cavity lined by mesoderm is called coleom, right? Those animals whose body cavity is lined by mesoderm, cavities, this one kind of space is there, and that cavity that is lined means it is covered inside by mesoderm, right? So that kind of the animals are called as coleom, or we can call it as coleomate. So animal with coleom is called as coleomate. Examples are annelid, mollusca, arthropods, echinoderms, hemichordates and chordates. Then in some animal the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. In some animal the body cavity is not lined by the mesoderm. Instead of that, the mesoderms are present as scattered pouch, right? Mesoderms are there, but it is not lined, particularly lined, right? They are scattered, somewhere present, not present, present, not present, like that. So scattered mesoderms are there. Such kind of animal are called as pseudocoleomate, right? Pseudocoleomate, an example is Astyalmanthus. And those animals, the body cavity is totally absent. Animal do not possess the body cavity. So that called as acoleomate. Example is Clethelminthes. Now segmentation. So what is segmentation? So body is externally or internally divided into segments. That is called a segmentation. And in earthworm we can see this kind of these things, right? In earthworm, if you see carefully under the microscope, we find the number of levels or number of segments on the body, on the upper surface. And that pattern is called as metamerism. That is called as metamerism. Notochord. Notochord means nothing, it's one kind of the tail that is a stiff, flexible, rod-like structure lies between nerve cord and gut. Between the nerve cord and gut. Right? So notochord is tail. So a stiff, flexible, મજબૂત, flexible એટલે move થઈ શકે easily તેવો like structure lies between the nerve cord and the gut is called as notochord. Animal with notochords are called as chordates, and animal without notochord are called as non-chordates. Example, non-chordates example are Porifera to echinoderms, right? So I hope this is the classification of animal. In the chart it is given in your textbook, and this is the just notes slides, right? So if any doubt, you will call me or SMS me. Next we will see another in another video. Thank you very much.